Hello. Hello. So dear students, today we will discuss about disk dictionary comprehension. So already we people know what about dictionary, what is meant by dictionary, and we worked with some examples also on dictionary. And now we'll discuss about disk comprehensions. So when it comes to disk comprehensions, here so generally the list comprehension will return list. When it comes to dictionary comprehension, here it will return a dictionary. So if you want to work with any elements or the keys and values which is available on dictionary, then you can go with dictionary comprehensions. Means if you want to process something, based on dictionaries, then you can go with this dictionary comprehension. So here already we know that how we are going to define the dictionary. So dict1 equal to some example, some A is a key and 1, B is a key 2, C is the key 3, D is the key 4, and E is the key 5. So here this is a dictionary, and if you want to do something with the help of this dictionary, then we can go with dictionary comprehension. So for example, I want to square the values or else double the values which is available on dictionary. So then generally we can get the values of dictionary with the help of values method, and we can perform the looping statement. Under that looping statement we can do some process and will generate the dictionary. So instead of doing these all things, so simply we'll work with dictionary comprehension. So here in dictionary comprehension we can get the values. So are you getting my voice clearly? Okay, so here the dictionary which you are defining like here, and if you want to do any operations on dictionary, with the help of dictionary comprehension we can do. And dictionary comprehension is also returning dictionary itself. So here what I am doing is I am going to define one variable, some double underscore dict1 equal to, so dictionary is having key and value, so combination of key and value. Here I am taking two variables k and v. So when I am taking k means it is the key, as it is I am keeping colon. When I am taking value I am multiplying with 2. So whatever the value I am getting, it will be multiplied with 2. So for k comma v, in dict1 dot items. Here dict1 dot items is a method which is used to get the items of dictionary. So whatever the items available on dictionary, we can get with the help of dict1 dot items method. So here what we are doing is I am calling dict1 dot items method. So it generates the list of dictionary items. It generates the list of dictionary items, and based on this, it is getting each dictionary item. So for example, in our example, I am having A1, B2, C3, D4, E5. So for every iteration, it will get one item. For example, first it will take A1. So that will be stored into k comma v. K contains the key value, v contains the v value. So k contains a, v contains 1. Here what I am doing is k as it is I am placing. When it comes to v, I am multiplying with 2. So like that, every item it will pick and you will perform the multiplication with 2. So we go with an example. So here I am taking one dictionary equal to some key comma value, some key comma value, some key value, comma some key, some value. So just I am executing this one. Here what I intention is I want to double the, or else I want to double the dictionary values, means square. For example, I want to go with squaring. So 5 square, 7 square, 9 square, 10 square, 20 square. If I want to do that one, with the help of for loop, we can do it. So for example, for some k comma v in dict1 dot items. So simply what I am doing is print v into 2. If I execute, I will get some 425, 81, 149. So randomly it is taking. So now I want to do same thing. With the help of dictionary comprehension. So when it comes to dictionary comprehension, simply I am saying that, so some dict2 equal to flower braces. Why? Because dictionary comprehension within flower braces only we can mention. So k comma some v2 means it will go for square. For k comma v in dict1 dot items. When I execute this one, so when I go with the dict2, so a 25, b 49, c 81, d 100, e 400. So simply in a single line, I did squaring of each number. So can I apply for only values? No, we can do any process on keys also if you require. But generally we are not supposed to do anything with keys. Why? Because keys are unique representations. So if I want to get some data based on dictionary, so with the help of key only I can get it. So for example, dict2 of d is getting 100. So maximum we can't do anything with keys. We'll do only with values only. So if you want to work any process on dictionary, then you go with dictionary comprehension. So if want to do any other things in dictionary, we can do it. So this is one example. And if you want to do any modifications on keys, then also we can do it, but it is not preferable. Why? Because keys, if you know keys, then it is very easy to process the things. Why? Because the things are there. So generally, if you want to pick some item from the dictionary, key only we can get. So maximum will try to keep unchangeable of keys. For example, I'm having some list of items in general store. So I want to increase the price of each item by 10%. Whatever the price I'm having earlier, now I want to increase by 10%. So you need to write some logic. You need to write some logic. But with the help of dictionary comprehension, it is very easy to process that one. So we'll check like that also. One more example. So assume it, I'm having some items equal to some fruits are there. Apple is the price of 15 rupees, or else some 80 rupees kilo, comma, banana, so colon, some 25 rupees kilo, comma, grapes, colon, some 80 rupees kilo, comma, mangoes, colon. So for example, some 60 rupees kilo is there, some kiwi, so each kiwi is some 20 rupees. Like that, I'm having some list of items. So in practical also, if these items are stored in database, we can retrieve it with the help of JSON object. So JSON object also like similarly dictionary only. So when we got the information from server through JSON object, we'll convert it to dictionary and we can do process. Again, we can send to server in the form of JSON object. In later classes, we discuss about how we are going to work with JSON. So now I'm having this is the items. So as per my company procedure, I need to increase 10% of their prices. So I need to write the logic. Instead of writing the number of lines, simple with the help of dictionary comprehension, we can complete it. For example, some increased prices అంటున్నాండి equal to I'm getting increased prices equal to, so dictionary first we need to write the things. So k colon value. So I need to do addition of 10% of the given value. So v equal to some v plus v into, or else directly we can go with v into 110%, means 110 v plus v into 0.10 we can do. So for k comma v in items dot items. So when you go with increased prices, so 10% is increased. Earlier apple is 80 rupees, now it is 88. Earlier banana is 25 rupees, now it is 27 rupees 50 paisa. Earlier grapes is 80, now it is 88. Earlier kiwi is 20, now it is 22. Earlier mango is 60, now it is 66. Like that, if you want to do some operations, so whatever it may be, if you want to do something with the help of dictionaries, and if it is not that much complicated, if not that much complicated, then you go with dictionary comprehensions. So this is about dictionary comprehensions. Here we have an example to do modifications on key also. You can do, but not that much required to do operations on key. And if you want to do some calculations also, you can do. Right now we saw. Here we have an example. So we have one dictionary to represent Fahrenheit. So temperature, Fahrenheit, which is representing temperature in Fahrenheit. So temperature 1 is having minus 30, temperature 2, T2 is having minus 20, T3 is having minus 10, and T4 is having 0. So here I need to get the Celsius based on the given temperature in Fahrenheit. So what we'll do is simply I am taking one more dictionary with the name it as a Celsius. K key as it is I am taking. So I need to convert the Fahrenheit into Celsius with some formula is there. I am applying same formula. Float of 5 by 9 into V minus 32 means Fahrenheit value minus 32. So and then we'll get Celsius. So for K comma V in Fahrenheit dot items. So if you want to work with only values, I don't want to work with items, sorry, keys. If I want to work with only values, then go with Fahrenheit dot values. So if you go with Fahrenheit dot values, then it will perform well. So if you require both, then you need to perform key and value. Okay, this is based on your situation and based on your uses. So and like a list comprehension, here also we can work with if conditions. We can work with if conditions. So for example, I'm having some list of items and I need to list out those items. So status is good means in regularly I'm having items. So for example, I'm running general store or a super store. So it may having some fruits like that. So when it comes to fruits or vegetables, so day to day the items will not good. Means if I brought today like lemon or tomatoes or something, so after 2 days there is a chance to get there will be what you say that is not good to buy. So in that situation, you are not supposed to keep that items in our catalog. So we need to remove that one. So every day we need to observe the status of items, whether they are ready to, whether they are good to sell or not. If not, then we need to remove that catalog. So now I will check with that one. So for example, I'm having list of items are there, and along with status also I'm taking. So for example, items, some vegetables. So fruits, vegetables I'm taking. So apple status is good, or we can take fresh. So banana good, grapes, so fresh I'm taking. Tomato bad. So I'm taking something so which is fresh means which we brought today only. So good means which we brought some 2 days back or yesterday or like that. So daily I need to change the status. So some green leaves, So bad. Like that, I am taking the status. So every item, every day, for example, I brought green leaves from 2 days back. So yesterday it was good, but today it's not good, bad. So now I need to finalize the catalog today. So which items I am going to sell. So simply I don't want to sell the products which are in status of bad. So simply we say that sell items equal to. So simply I am taking k comma v. So for k comma v in fv, if v not equal to bad. So if I'm saying like that, k colon v. So fv dot items, sorry. So when I go with sell items, I will get apple fresh, banana good, grapes fresh. So these items only I am going to sell. So then what about other items like tomato or green leaves? They are in bad status. So I am not supposed to sell these items. So I don't want to keep these items in my catalog. So like that, if you want to do something on dictionary items, so we can go with dictionary comprehension, and if statement is also there. If statement is also there. And here one more thing is you can keep in mind that, so in if statement there is a possibility to go with multiple conditions also. So multiple conditions also possible. So you're not supposed to take only single statement, single condition. So there is a possibility to go with multiple things. So it is based on your requirement. Based on your requirement, you can go with multiple conditions also. Okay. So the difference between dictionary and dictionary comprehensions is dictionary is a data structure. Dictionary is a data structure. So it is used to store the items. But dictionary comprehension is nothing but, if you want to do some operations on dictionary, generally we go with some programming. We go with some programming. So to retrieve the data from the dictionary with the help of looping statements, we can retrieve. But here, to avoid number of lines of code to process the dictionary, with single line of the code we can process it. So to do some process only, we are using dictionary comprehension. So this is about dictionaries. So based on your situation, you can work with dictionaries with the help of dictionary comprehension. So next we'll discuss about set comprehensions. So when it comes to set comprehension, So when it comes to set comprehension, here if you want to do something on sets, then you go with set comprehension. It is similarly like a set list comprehension only. So if you want to do something on sets, you can go with that one. So when it comes to syntax, similarly there, but only the thing is floor braces which you are going to use here. So with the help of floor braces, we can work on that one. For example, here I'm having some example. So I'm having one list which contains some data, some Arnold, Bill, Alice, some names are there. Some names are there. So I want to do some process on this one, and I need to store the data on a set. Then you go with set comprehension. Simply every comprehension is used to process the things only. So list comprehensions are used to work with list. Dictionary comprehensions are used to work with dictionary. Set comprehensions are used to work with sets. If you want to do something on that particular item, so you need to go with some looping statements to get the iterated values. So instead of using number of lines, so we go with this set comprehension methods. So now we discuss about set comprehension. So here also we can work with sets. So I'm going to use an example on set comprehension. So assume it, I'm having the set someone set 1 equal to, so some 1 comma 2 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 9 comma 3 comma 2, like that I'm having. So when I executed, so we'll get set 1. When you observe that, already we know the properties of set. Set is having unique components. Even though if you try to repeat, so it will take only unique one only. So already we know about that one. So here I'm having the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. So if you want to do something on this set, if you want to do something on this set, means you want to process on this set, generally you need to go with some logic. So it may take some 3-4 lines of code. To avoid these all things, we go with set comprehension. So for example, I want to process this set with reducing with -2. Every element should reduce with -2. Then simply you go with set 2 equal to. So floor braces I am starting. So x I am taking with -2. So for x in set 1, for x in set 1. So for example, type of set 2 I am setting. So is it returning set or else anything? It is set only. When you go with set 2, it will get negative y -2. So first element is 1. 1 minus 2 means -1. Second element is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Third element is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. Fourth element is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 5. 5 minus 2, 3. 6. 6 minus 2, 4. 9. 9 minus 2, 7. So like that, if you want to do some operations, then you go with set. For example, I want to get the data from multiple sets. Yeah, it is possible. For example, now I'm having set 1 and set 2. So I need to design set 3. So set 3 equal to some x. So if you want to get union of two sets, we can do with this one. So simply I'm going to change the sets from set 1 equal to some 1 comma 2 comma 3, and set 2 equal to some 4 comma 5 comma 6 I'm going to take. So now I'm executing this statement. So when I get 4 5 6 I'm taking, sorry, So I want to do some multiplication of both sets values. So x into y. So 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18. So I will take x into y from set 1 into set 2. So what I'm having, set 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 4 ja 4. So and 1 5 ja 5, 1 6 ja 6 I'm getting. Similarly 2 4 ja 2 5 ja 2 6 ja, 3 4 ja 3 5 ja 3 6 ja. So here I did multiplying of first element with second element. So multiplying the first set element into all the elements of second set. So like that we can work with different operations and comprehensions. So I worked with set now. So you can work with list, you can work with dictionary, anything. So means we call it as a nested operations. Now I worked with nested sets. Similarly, we can work with nested dictionaries and nested list also. Based on your complexity, program complexity, you can work these all things. So difference between list and dictionary is nothing but list is a list, dictionary, list and set. So list and set are nothing but sequence, means iterable items. So dictionary is one way of both set, dictionary, list, both three we call it as a data structures, means which stores the information, which is having information. But set comprehension is different. So either set comprehension or list comprehension or dictionary comprehension, these we use to work with that particular data structure. So list comprehension is used to work with list. So if you are having some list, if you want to process something, if you want to do something on list, then instead of writing some looping statements, directly you go with list comprehension. Similarly, if you want to work with dictionary, if you want to process some dictionary, instead of going looping statements, you can go with dictionary comprehension. Like similarly, if you want to work something on set, that particular set, I want to do something, means I want to process something. So in that situation, instead of writing some logic with the help of loopings or something, go with set comprehension. So list, dictionary are data structures. These are the used to store the iterable items. It is having iterable items, data structures, that's all. But comprehensions are to work on that particular data structure. So list comprehension is used to work with list data structure. Dictionary comprehension is used to work with dictionary data structure. Set comprehension is used to work with set data structure. So there is no difference between these all things. So everyone is different based on the things. So this is about set comprehension. And next we discuss about generator. Generator comprehension is there. So generators are the special kind of functions, so which they return a lazy iterator. So generators are the functions which returns a lazy iterator. So generally, if you are returning, if any function returning a list or tuple, then it will return the total item at a time. It will return the total item at a time. So it returns the total item at a time. Means here the thing is, if the list contain some items, for example, I'm having some list, some L1, I'm having the item list some L1. So some L1 equal to, so it is having some items like 4 5 6 7 8. assume it, I am having these items. So, and if I want to do something, if I want to do something, so if I want to do something on list, generally it will return the total list at a time. It will return the total list at a time. So it may take more memory to generate the list and to send it to end user. So total items it's supposed to send. Total items it's supposed to send. So in that situation, what will happen is it will utilize more memory. It will utilize more memory. So, but with the help of generators, it will not happen. So instead of sending all the items of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it will send one by one. First it will send 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8. Means at a time it can hold only a single item. So if the list contain n items, if the list contain n items, so for n items it will allocate the memory. For n items it will allocate the memory and it will send total n items at a time. So for example, list contains 20 items. For these 20 items, it will allocate the memory. But when it comes to generator, it is not like that. So it will allocate the memory for only single item. It may contain n. It may not 20 or 100 or 1000, whatever it may be value, but it allocates memory for only single one item. So with the help of generators, we can reduce the usage of memory when compared with list. That is an advantage. So again repeating, generator is one type of function. So we call it as a lazy iterator. So we are having some iterators like list. So if you are doing some process on list, so the list may contain the list of values. So if you are returning a list to the end user, at a time it returns the total list. If it contains 10 items, 10 items will send to the end user at a time. So based on that one, it will utilize more memory to send the list to the end user. So to reduce the memory size or to reduce the usage of memory, we go with generator. So what is the use of generator is, so instead of sending all the values to the end user, it sends only a particular element only. At a time, it will send one item. So if you got 20 items at a time, it may use 20 items memory size. But here it is sending only one item. So the memory will be reduced. So earlier, if you worked with list, it is occupy the memory which is having capacity of 20 items. But generator is occupying the memory which is capacity of one item only. That is the use of generator. So it is one type of iterator. We call it as a lazy iterator. Generator is a lazy iterator. So keep in mind that it is a lazy iterator. So we go with an example on generator. And one more thing is, this generator will be worked so to process it with the help of the keyword called yield. With the help of yield keyword, so generators will work. So yield is the keyword. Here we contain yield keyword. So instead of return, it contains yield. Generally, the function is returning something with the help of return statement only, it will return. So but generator will return the value with the help of yield keyword. So we go a small example. So assume it, I am going to define one function. So I want to work with some list. Some list 1 is there. Some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. So I want to perform some square of each digit. So I'm going to go with one loop statement. So some def square of some list I am taking, colon. So for V in L, so I am going to use one list here, some L2. So for V in L, simply I am using, so V equal to, or else some L2 dot append of V into 2. So when you execute this one, so if I am calling square square of list 1, so for example list 2 equal to square of list 1. So when I go with list 2, I need to return that one, return L2. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. So here what I'm doing is I'm squaring by sending one list, and it is also returning a list. So at a time it is returning L2. So L2 contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. So at a time it is returning 5 items. So for that it may require memory, and here for every item, for sending every item, it is using memory. So totally 5 items are there, so it will use more memory. The same problem we can solve with the help of generator. So generator, what it is doing is, it is sending value one by one. Instead of sending 5 values, it is sending the value one by one. So how it is going to happen? We'll check it. So simply I am doing, or else I am writing method here, some def gen square of, I am sending list itself. Okay. So what I am doing is, for V in L, simply yield V into 2 I am saying. So now when I am going to observe some list 2 equal to, so gen underscore square of list 1. So when you go with list 2, it is a generator object. So when you are working with generator object, so with the help of for loop we can take it. So for I in list 2, so print I. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. So here when you observe list 2, it is a generator. Earlier list 2 is a list. When you observe this one, for example, if I executed this method square, so 1, 4, so when I type of list 2, it is saying that it is list, but here it is saying that it is a generator. So generator is nothing but it is having some list of elements, it is having some list of values. So we can retrieve. And one more thing is, in previous classes we work with range method. Range is also one type of generator. It is also getting one value at a time. For example, if I said range of 0, 10, it will pick 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One by one, not all at all. So it will not getting 0 to 9 at a time. It is getting one by one value. It is also one type of generator. So this is about generators or generator comprehensions also we can say. So generators are one type of iterator. List is also reiterator. List is also a iterator. But the thing is, when you are sending list, it will send the total items. But generator, it is sending one by one item. Here, the use of yield is, it is whatever the value you are getting. For example, in this example, def gen square is there. I am getting parameter of L. For V in L, yield of V comma 2 I am saying. So what it is doing is, it is generating one value, yield is generating one value, and it is sending to end user, and then it is processing. So yield is the functionality of generator is applicable on yield keyword. What it is doing is, it is generating one value and it is sending to end user. That is the use of yield keyword. So hope you understood. Again saying that yield is alternate to return statement. Return statement is returning total object, and generally you people know that every function is having only one return statement. So but yield you may contain more than one also. So yield is working like a return statement only, but once return statement executed, it will come out the function. The controller will come out from the function. But when it comes to yield, what it is doing is, I am going to explain. Just a minute. So here, assume it, when you are calling one yield function like square is function which I am having. So I am calling square with list. So list contain some data, some 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you are calling normal function, what it is doing is, total list of squared values will be returned to this function. Means 4, 9, 16, 25. Directly it is returning. If applied the function called gen underscore square, if I called gen underscore square by passing list L, what it is doing is, it is sending value one by one. First it will send 4, and then again it process for 3, then it will send 9, then it will send 16, then it will send 25. So instead of sending all the values at a time, it will send one by one. And one more thing is, these all are not keeping on memory, only one value only will keep. For example, here what I am saying that, so assume it, I am having some memory. So in memory, first 4 only it will keep. But when it comes to here, total 4, 9, 16, 25 will keep in a memory. Next, when I am calling 3 square 9, so memory will having only 9, not 4, 9. Next, 4 square 16, memory will contain only 16. So next 5, 25, memory will contain only 25. So here, with the help of generator, we are storing only one value into memory. But when you are working with normal functions, normal iterators, so it is storing the total data. That is the difference between generator and normal function. So normal functions are, when you are returning, total data will return. Means it may having list anything, it will send. But Generator is not like that. So it is generating, it is sending only one by one value. That is possible with the help of yield keyword. When you apply yield keyword, what it is doing is, so whatever information you mentioned, it will be stored on memory location, that particular memory location, and it will return to the end user. So it will return to the end user. First it will return 4, and then after it will return 9, then after it will return 16, then after 25. But these all are not returning at a time, one by one. These all are not returning at a time, one by one it is returning. And one more thing is, so in memory it is storing only one value. Instead of storing all the list, it is storing only one value. So that is the use of generators. So we call it as a generator sequence. So today we'll conclude the session, and if you have any doubts, feel free to ask. So time we need to calculate. So when it comes to time, so we need to calculate. So it will take very less time only, but here we are discussing about memory. Instead of time, we are discussing about memory. So when you are sending the list at a time, it will take high memory. Some extra memory it is taking, means to store all the elements of list at a time. When it comes to generator, so with the help of yield keyword, it is taking only one item. Instead of taking all 5 or 10 items, it is taking one item only, and it is sending to end user. So that is an advantage of yield keyword. So yield keyword is used to create generators. Okay. So what it is doing is, it is sending the value which is calculated or which is processed to the end user, and it is not keeping on memory, it is keeping only one value. So for example, if I applied square root of 2, so it will get 4, it will keep in memory, it will send to end user. When I applied square root of 3, instead of 4, it is keeping 9 and it is sending to end user. So when I squaring 5, so instead of remaining 9, it will squaring of 25, it will send to user. Means at a time it contains only single value. So that is the use of yield keyword. Okay, I think you people are facing some problem with YouTube. So tomorrow onwards, we'll go with Zoom only. So the thing is, in Zoom, we need to go with some half an hour session only. That's the problem. That's why I chosen YouTube. But no problem. Tomorrow onwards, we go with as usual Zoom only. Okay, still any doubts? Okay, then we'll conclude the session today. So if you have anything, then we'll discuss later. So next topic we'll discuss on evening session. Evening we'll go with Zoom only.